Hey guys, and welcome back to Become a God. In this episode, I'm going to be piloting Teddy's deck that he used against me in the last episode. Teddy was nice enough to share the list with me, and it actually reminded me of a deck I'd played by Teddy before, and he did confirm that it was based on an old blue-yellow events control deck that I had featured in a previous episode, and this is the updated version. And now with the Spirit Theft change, I feel this deck's actually really strong because you can use your opponent's threats against them. So Spirit Shift, is now 2 deserts, 2 wild, can feature in this build. And yeah, this deck is a deck where you're not relying on like a 1-turn kill combo so much with the Disciples. You're just using their power from all the event usage to influence the board. You have other win conditions with the Windstorm Colossus, so if all your Disciples do get taken out, you still have some backup win cons as well. I've been enjoying this deck. It's a control deck. It plays quite slow, and you can just overwhelm your opponent with these massive Disciples, or use those tried and tested Windstorm Colossus to close out a match. So let's get into some games, and let's see how Teddy's deck performs. Alright guys, our first match here. I'm going to keep the Battletoads. I think I'm going to throw these away. Try and find a Disciple. The earlier you get a Disciple, the better. Because you can start powering up with the events like Battletoads and Flight of the Mantas. There's a lot of mobility in this deck as well. You can use the Shifting Tides to move your lands or move your opponent's lands. Or you can just use them for card draw, which is also very good. There's also the Kaleem's Training on top of that. So it's very possible to find good lethal lines with a bit of mobility this deck has. So we're going to start a late here. We are going to be defending. Now, don't be afraid to just slap a Disciple down and just leave it at your orb and power it up. Just leave it in this region. You can slowly build towards moving it up with the trainings and the Shifting Tides later on. The goal at the start is just to hold off, just make sure our opponent can't get too much going. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be defending, and hopefully we're going to pick up some removal, because now, I feel these frogs are not going to last too long. At least I have another set of Battletoads. But I would really like to find some Soul Drains. Maybe even just a Disciple would be nice at this point. Alright, we are going to use the Explore just to collect here. I am not playing any more Battletoads. Do not want to run into Garadan or Firestorm. Let's make our opponent use it first. We can quite happily just collect some Faeria. Another thing I forgot to mention as well in the intro is Spell Whirl. Spell Whirl is also a win condition if you find the right cards. If you can find stuff like Colossus, more Disciples, Aurora's always really good as well, Fugoro. There's tons and tons of cards in Spell Whirl that can help you win the game. And so Spell Whirl also another way to not only empower Disciples, but also find a way to win. It is a Firestorm, so I did play around it, and luckily for me, I was rewarded for it. I didn't need to play more Battletoads, so my opponent had the removal. Just had the removal, right? That's something I'd have to deal with. I'm going to take a draw here because we haven't found much outside of Battletoads. Next turn, if these get removed, say by Garadan or Firestorm, I might go Desert here and then just get like a Manta down in this position. It's gonna be a Spider. Okay, gonna eat up my one guy. Fair enough. But we can just follow up with another Battletoads. Feels good. Oh, Soldier. Excellent. So we will take land this turn. We'll just go for a Manta instead. And I guess we Soul Drain this. Sure. So luckily for us, we are not under a lot of pressure. Our opponent isn't pushing us. Our opponent's kind of sitting back, using removal, building some time. That's perfect for us. We want as much time as possible to set up a Disciple, or even just draw into that Disciple. Blazing Salamander does come down. Okay. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to use a Colossus this turn. Oh, 2 Colossus. Even better. Gonna dash our friend up to this position here. You know what? We can even get one down here, I think. Maybe not. I think that's fine. We'll just pass. Because next turn I can train in. I can shimmy over here and hit. I could even go for another desert and then Colossus again. So we're actually gearing up for a win from these Colossus plays because my opponent's been so slow. It's giving us time to do stuff like this. It's going to be a Cypher's Wrath to kill my Mantis at times. Still collecting off this well, that's not too bad. What's next? Salamander probably going to move up. This might move back. No, it's going to move up. Okay. Move down. That's up. This is down. Move down. It's going to be a Crackthorn Beast. I was hoping most of the buffs would go here. That's a spell wheel. Okay. See what we find. Cistern. Alright, okay. Yeah, let's just go in. We get another Colossus down as well. And then we can go Manta. Yeah, okay. So setting up double collection. We have lethal. With the double Colossus, we should be able to kill our opponent before our opponent can kill us. Ideally. There could be a Horsemaster, get the 6 damage in along with the other 2. So 11, 14 would need Cypher's Wrath to go along with the Horsemaster. I think that's just going to be game. And there we have it, Colossus winning the game for us. Didn't even need a Disciple. And that's what I like about this deck. You don't solely rely on the Disciple to win your games. You do have that Colossus as well. And if you take the initiative, if you think, you know what, I could maybe sneak a lethal in with a training like I did, you'll go a long way with this deck because you don't always have to play defensive. You can take more proactive plays as well. But good game. Let's get on to our next. Alright guys, into another match. It's going to be a run back. I'm curious to see how my opponent adjusts to what was seen in the previous game. I'm going to throw away one Outland Ranger here. I want to find a Disciple if I can and get that going, especially with campfires as well. Very powerful with Disciple, but we've got the Outland Ranger, so let's get this down. We can start collecting Faeria, getting things going again. Now I do know there's Deepwood Stalker in this. I'm not sure if there's a Cypher's Wrath. I might have to campfire to keep this alive, or maybe I just don't care and I just play Battletoads after. I'm unsure at this point. So Wood Elemental this time. Hello. Hello, buddy. How's it going? Okay. Let's take it easy. Just collect. I'm risking the spider here. I know it sucks, but I can Spirit Theft it. Not too bad. There is a spider. It won't be too bad. And now, oh, this is great. So I wanted to wait because I want to do this. I'm going to go for the Disciple. This is a different deck from our opponent, actually. Seen a lake in there. And then we can go for a campfire here. This will also empower our Disciple. Next turn I'm going to take a desert, move here, then Battletoads and push this up to a 4-4. So by the time we get the Frog Tosses, these two will actually trade with it. Could really help us out. What's coming down next? It's going to be a Shifting Octopus. It's a 3/7. Okay. Lake in the middle. Okay, Lake in the middle tells me this is probably, you know, some form of Yakapult deck, I want to say. Potentially. So yeah, let's just pass here. Triton Warrior coming down. Works out pretty nice for us if we can find some more events to chain off. Now I can shift in tide. And I can go for lands. I can then clear this. So I'm going to get 1 power. I'm going to have 1 life remaining. Doesn't quite work for me. So maybe we make a land instead. Or we jump this over. Shift and tide it up. Soul Drain. And that'll put us up to a 6/6. Yeah, we're going to do it this way. I'll show you what I mean. Let me make the play and I'll explain. So yeah, we move up here. And I can take the neutral behind. Take the Soul Drain. Take the clear. Move back into the Colossus. So we created a path for our Colossus. We did retreat the Disciple. I'm a little sad about that, but to enable this Colossus play, it seems worthwhile because I want to apply as much pressure as possible. So yeah, we'll see what's going on. How does our opponent deal with this? We are 1 land away from Frog Tosser, so Frog Tosser is definitely on the cards. Doesn't really have any good targets though. Frog Tosser is not enough to deal with this with the Wood Elemental. Could kill the frog, but won't spawn a frog of its own because there's no land. Could kill the Outland Ranger. Same problem with killing this frog here. Could deal some damage to this. Follow up with a spider. There's a few different lines, but overall this Colossus should be a big problem for my opponent. Lake, maybe Raying a Fish. Maybe Raying a Fish, Gift of Rakoa could definitely be an answer. Going for the Frog Tosser on the Colossus. All right. So we're gonna see a power up. Leaping Fugu. Okay. Colossus number 2. Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. Oh, a training. I like training. Training makes me happy. Okay, let's get another Colossus going. Move this and collect. I'm actually gonna leave these here. This kind of creates a little protection for my double collectors here because of the Frog Tosser, like I explained earlier. It's not gonna spawn anything. So yeah, let's pass here. So this Colossus is gonna meet its end. But now there's another Colossus that needs to be answered. I'm kind of gearing up now for this Disciple to slowly walk up, and then that Kaleem's training can cause a lot of problems in the right situation. Don't be afraid to just slowly walk these guys up. They are big threats. They're going to be problems. This might be a tree deck, actually. I definitely feel there's probably Sky Whale in this simply because I don't see why you'd run Leaping Fugu unless you're running Sky Whale or the tree. Might not be a fish deck. It's hard to say at this point. We've seen the typical kind of blue-green stuff so far, but we've seen Wood Elementals, which are not often added in the fish versions. But we've also seen Leaping Fugu now. So that says a lot. Feral Kodama. Wow. Okay. That's just a Kodama. So let's take Spell Will. Good way to start things off. Mirror Phantasm. That's pretty good, actually. This frog could become a problem. Ancient Herald's also really good, just as a 5/6. I really want to get an aggressive land in between the wells here, but I probably won't be able to do much. Maybe I just take the land now, collect, just clear, and then move this guy up. Although I am... It's a little bit risky. I will say it is a little bit risky. This could get Aurora. Gonna need Aurora plus something. Actually, I think this Disciple is gonna be fine. So let's move it up. Now the Disciple's in a position where it can have a lot more influence. With this Kaleem's training in hand, I'm able to move around the board. Up here, I can go here. Might not be relevant, but I can definitely get in reach of these lands. These 4 lands here. That could be very important. I can see this Kodama just killing my Colossus at this point. Maybe we'll see like double Elderwood. Maybe a Gift of Rakoa plus something. Did move the Octopus back first. So maybe a Frog Tosser's coming down here. Or this is just going into a more defensive position. So yeah, Kodama's trading. These Colossus have been fantastic. They've applied the pressure I need to really start getting ahead in this game. I'm ahead on resources. I'm ahead on board. This is a really big problem. Might see it just get frogified, which is sad, but I can follow up with the Phantasm. So I have a contingency plan at least. Crystal Flower. Okay. A temporary answer to a very big problem. Alright. We can keep drawing at this point. Absolutely fine with that. Mantas. Yep. Get this down. You know what, we'll go for 1 Manta here. Just in case this dies somehow and I need to collect off my bottom well. I still want to stay ahead in the economy race. What will this hit? 5 life. So this will probably only hit my last Colossus. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else? No, I believe this is only going to hit my last Colossus with its ability, which is fine. Because that Colossus will cost 3. Which is also very good. So it feels good, guys. Nice reduction there. And this will eventually crack open. Now, I have plenty of time. Like the last game, my opponent hasn't applied any pressure. I've been the one who's been making the proactive plays. I'm the one with initiative at the moment. But we could see something shift up. Just Water Elemental. I can smell a tree. There's so many elementals here. We're 2 lands off a tree. We're in Sky Whale range now. Oh, I see. I can see why the move was made. Okay. Another Spell Whale. Are we drawing first? Let's draw first. Just in case we found a Disciple. That's a really good hit there. Alright. Let's start shimmying these around. We're going for the Mirror Phantasm. I'm going to move these across, and then we're going to set up a Manta here. So now the Manta can start doing stuff in this region. I'm going to have problems with the tree. It might get... It depends on what's in my opponent's hand. The tree could cause some issues, but I am really far ahead. I have this Colossus now, which is also really good. If there's no land... If there's no land created here, I'm actually going to take another land. I'm going to move here, make a land, and just slam the Colossus down in this place, and then just move everything up. So even though the tree will create big threats and provide some sustain, I'm planning to just completely overwhelm my opponent with creatures. It's just going to be loads of creatures down, causing all sorts of problems. Six Faeria, 1 creature on board. This is a problem. This is a Colossus in itself. We have the Disciple Colossus sitting in the Crystal Flower, ready to come out, cause some trouble, cause some mischief. I'm looking forward to when this opens. Oh, just a pass. I'll take it. Feels good, guys. Okay, another reduction on the Colossus here. Let's start moving everything up. Take this lake. Bam, Colossus. I can even move here. Could even just put another Manta down if I wanted. But you know what, let's keep our Faeria. So as you can see, lots and lots of problems coming out. I should have moved the Outland Ranger to make the Frog Tosser worse. But it's fine. You know, we had a really good we had a really good spell wheel. Phantasm and Colossus was fantastic. +1 tree by here. Yeah. Okay. That is such a good draw. That's an amazing draw. Oh my goodness. Alright, I might have to get a little sad with the Spirit Thefts here. I don't really want to steal. I don't really want to steal much in this situation. Maybe I just do this instead. Right, actually. First things first, let's open this up. And the reason we're doing that is because I'm about to use events and I want to get more power-ups. So let's Kalim's Training. Hit this. Spirit Theft. Kill the tree. Now we can even lock this down. Let's make a forest somewhere. Look at this board, it's ridiculous. No Tree of Everlife View. Shifting Tides. Shifting Tides, what a top deck. That was ridiculous. What a crazy game. And there we have it, winner winner. Getting another W down. Win streak. Feels good, guys. Blue Jump took me to 5. It looks like this event might take me to God. Who knows? Let's get into another match. Alright guys, into another match here. Really good opening hand. Outland Ranger, Battletoads. Cards I want to see. We can get started with an Outland Ranger. Collect early. It's going to be a Bone Collector from my opponent. So this could be green yellow, green red. It's hard to say at this point, but yeah, we'll stick the Outland Ranger down. Yep, I'll just pass here. Again, the Spider hits the Outland Ranger, I'm not that bothered. If I pick up a Spirit Theft, I'm just going to steal the Spider, and then I have a piece of removal of my own. So I get to kill a guy and gain removal from it. Always very, very good. Now we might have to take the Explore here just to get that Battletoads down. Let's do it. Yeah. We wanna get our Battletoads going, so we can start collecting off both wells. So again, we're gonna have to be a bit more proactive here. Our opponent's playing quite defensive like us. It's nice to see it though. It's nice to see slower decks coming out in the meta, because at the start of the expansion we had a lot of Yellow Rush, but things have calmed down with the Yellow Rush, thankfully. And there's a Spider just going to eat my frog. And that's a little sad, because now I can't Spirit Effect this. But that's fine. We could just set up a Disciple. Set up a Disciple and Campfire it. And don't be afraid to just build Disciples up. Just build them at your orbs and just wait until the opportune moment to slowly walk it up. It's like a tiny turtle that grows into a massive titan over time. It takes time. You need to slowly get up there. Right. Speaking of titans, we just picked up a Colossus. Pretty good. Actually, I should have left that here. Although the jump could be helpful. You know what? I don't want to play anything yet. We don't need to. Let's just wait. We're going to go for a Colossus play next turn. We're going to just do the same as we did last time. Get that Colossus into a very good position. Shaitan Assassin. Now that's the card Battletoads needs to deal with. No Emperor's Command in this deck. Even though Shadow Silk Fury has been very popular, Emperor's Command didn't find its way into this build, unfortunately. I want an additional Battletoad here. Maybe I train in this now. Am I training this now just to bully this bone collector away? Now this is a tough one. No, I could just do this. And we're actually going to gear up for this to fly to kill this bone collector. That's the plan. This is an awkward card for me to deal with at this point. I have the Battletoads at least. I'm going to have to run them in there, but the problem I have is this. I don't want this to grow too much. This is as much as a threat as my disciples are. Forcing that bone collector to move back. Wind Soldier. Flying Wind Soldiers? No, gonna assassinate. So just an assassin each side. Wow. Okay. Spirit Theft would be pretty good here, actually. I could steal an assassin and then use my opponent's own assassins against them. We do find the Soul Drain, so we will just take care of this now. Let's get this Colossus up here, ready to cause some problems. Do I go for a campfire here? Just to push it a little further. No, let's keep that a secret. Let's keep that a secret, I think. I'm not sure what to do with this Toad. Maybe I just leave him here right now. So Colossus comes down. Gonna cause some problems, like I said. What's the play? Crystal Flower. Okay. Training time. Very good training here. I would like to find a Spirit Theft and a Kaleem's training, but just to finish this off. This is a problem for me. I got a few turns before it's relevant, so it should be fine. Another Colossus as well. Okay, so it looks like we might just make another desert, just to get more pressure. It's fine. I should have. No, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't bother. If I make a desert here, I'm just making land for my opponent to move on. I think I'll go for a draw instead. Soul Drain. Okay. I'm going to go for the Outland Ranger. Get another campfire in this. I just want this to be as healthy as possible after this clear. Yeah, okay, we're in a good position now because... Oh no, I should have moved these. I should have shifted these around to have the frog here. I'm in a bit of a weird spot at the moment. It's going to be a Stalker. Keep my Disciple, make a land, finish it off. Looks like I may be making another land here, just to move my frog, so it can challenge this. Demon Wrangler. Just on its own. Alright. Ah, this is interesting. I could shift and tide this over and finish off this assassin, but don't think it's gonna work. Let's take a draw. Okay. The old Colossus train. Yeah, we're gonna move these now so I can shift them around. We do need to kill this assassin before the Crystal Flower opens. Look at this, I got 3 Colossus down. It's crazy. Lots of bloom sprites. Oh, did I mess up? Potentially. I probably needed to leave that frog there. Oh, I couldn't without the Colossus. Alright, let's take a draw. Shift and Tide. Double Shift and Tide it's going to be, by the looks of it. Okay, yeah. Double Shift and Tide. We can get a Disciple down first. So let's do it. I'm going to use this frog, I think. Yeah, we'll use this frog. No! Oh, it's fine. No, it's not. I messed up. I still messed up. Ah, that was just instinct then. It's fine. I actually didn't get punished by it. Luckily. I'm a very, very lucky person for not getting punished by that. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Madness. Absolute madness. Oh, guys, that was a massive mistake from me. I was not punished for it. Ridiculous. Yeah, Balloon Sprite hopefully finds something worthwhile. I am covering the forests right now. The Bone Collector, my Colossus, and the Crystal Flower are currently covering the forest, so we're in a pretty good spot there. That's absolutely fine. Our Battletoad's in a really good position to kill that. Guidance for a heal. Spirit Theft. Oh man. Doesn't that suck? I don't want to Spirit Theft this, to be honest, but I do want to protect my Colossus, so I'm probably going to do it. Yeah, let's just start walking these guys up. Let's Spirit Theft this. Let's get an Assassin down. There we go, we're in a pretty good spot. Now Assassin gives us a lot of coverage, so if it's like a Soul Eater comes down or something, I can just get rid of it. And then we have this comes out next turn. So this is lethal between those two, and another victory on the board. The win streak continues. This deck is awesome. Teddy showing his abilities as a deck builder once again. Let's get into another game. Alright guys, another match. Things have been going very well so far. Get the Outland Ranger start as well. Have a more desert orientated hand here, but that's fine. I think we'll still go for the lakes. No, I want to get the lakes down just in case we pick up Battletoad or Disciple. Then we can maybe build one lake and go for a desert and then just go from there. Okay, looks like I am going to be campfiring my Outland Ranger here just to protect it. We have to go for the Explorer as well. So yeah, we just need to protect against Soul Drain. My hand's not great, so I need to make sure I can get a Collector down and it's going to stick around. And yeah. Is this Rush? Oh, it's Rush. Okay, I've actually beaten Yellow Rush with this deck. It's not impossible. It's just annoying more than anything. Nice, pick up that Darkstalker. It's a very good spell wheel for us actually, because we've just found some creatures we can work with. That's what's important here, getting those creatures. Desert here next turn. Take our last desert like here, or maybe here if we want to get these mantas going. Going up to a 2-2. Pray. Pray for cards. Pray for Faeria. No? No prayer. Alright. Spell wheel first. That's a really good draw. I will take it. These spell wheels have been fantastic so far. I love this card. I think this card's awesome. It's just If it had a bit of a buff, I think it could see play. If it was a 6 Faeria creature, 6 Faeria 4/6, maybe 3 lakes, it'd be much better. Well, we can't have it all. Sagittarius gonna come down here. Flash Salmon. Flash Salmon. Into a Zealous Crusader. Alright. Okay. This is a tough one. We can steal this. We can steal this. But how do we kill this? Maybe train in... Banquet! I have a banquet! Yeah, that seems pretty good to me. So let's take a desert here because we're gonna steal this next turn. We're gonna go for the banquet train in this turn. The only problem is this just gets killed by this. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. This kills this for free, but doesn't gain any Faeria. Then I can Soul Drain Spirit Theft this next turn. I can then +1 if I double collect, and then just play the Sagittarius down. I do want to get rid of this. This is a problem. Now, if I had went Explore Lake, I would have been in a better situation. Oh, monkey. Monkey see, monkey do. 4/5 for 4 Faeria, not bad. One of the recent changes we've had. Let's take care of this problem. I might even just +1 into a Lore Thief here. I could have actually +1 into a Disciple. Maybe that was a bit better. But we're doing good, you know. We got rid of the Sagittarius. Sagittarius is such an annoying card to deal with. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're using a lot of events as well. This Central Desert also acts as a great Colossus land for us later. Ooh, just going in. Alright. Shifting Tide. Don't think that helps us at this point. Let's take a draw. Soul Drain, okay. Gonna get a Disciple down. It's just a guy. He's just gonna collect for me. That's his job. I'm not so much relying on Disciple in this game as my win con. It's more so the Colossus because I'm not really gonna have time to build this up. My opponent's not gonna give me time to build it up. That's for sure. At least here, I put a threat down, and now I give my opponent a choice. You either clear my Disciple in fear that perhaps, yeah, you have to kill my Disciple here, especially if you wanted to use the Prey. I really like just killing my Darkstalker, but my opponent decides against it. That's fine by me. Just get Battletoads down. Just continue to put some threats down, get things going. Nine life, Crusader. Crusaders are really difficult for this deck to deal with. Because we don't have Frogify, we don't have Last Nightmare. We do just rely on our creatures doing the work for us. I can shift and tide it away. I can... Yeah, I can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can shift and tide it away. It's not going to do much. I still have to kill this. Not enough Faeria to get anything going. I feel like I should have played the Disciple instead of the Lore Thief and powered it up. I think that was my mistake. If I had that Disciple buffed earlier, I might have had a better chance at winning, but I can't really see a way out of this. I can clear this. Sure, I could even play a blocker, so I will go for that line. But it's not looking good, that's for sure. Living on a prayer here. Very unlikely I'm going to win this. Any kind of removal. Yep, there we have it. So Yellow Rush does take the win. Very bad hand to start off with. It's not like I had loads of Battletoads to work with at the beginning. Aurora is really good in this matchup, which we don't feature in this deck. You can take out one Shift and Tide for an Aurora. Teddy did mention that if you do want to squeeze her in here. But yeah, we are going to lose some games, unfortunately. But let's get on to our final match. Alright guys, we're into the last game here. Let's throw these away. Get the Battletoads this time. Feels good. And we get to explore. All the good stuff. Yellow Rush did get the best of us, unfortunately. Oh no, it's another desert. Could it be Yellow Rush #2? Could that be the downfall of my episode today? The power of Yellow Rush. No, it's going to be Tempo. Or Event. Something like that. That's okay. Yellow Event, or Flyers, or Tempo. I've had a few games against it with this, and I've done pretty well, actually. I've been surprised. Mainly because of Spirit Theft, getting to steal their stuff. It's pretty awesome. Lots and lots of Mantas. Right, we're going to get the Colossus land here. Do I take the Spirit? I could take the Spell Will. Mirror Phantasm would be really good. Oh, Archon's fine. So we can stick Archon down here. Just because the Frog's probably not going to live. There's a lot of ways to finish it off. The Wind Soldier, Soul Drain, Mobility plus Campfire. I have my own Soul Drain. Kaleem's Training. There's another one. Might take Mobility here just to kill the Archon instead. Which is fine by me. I don't really mind. Yeah, that's fine. I got the Archon for free. So that's pretty good. Campfire. Nice. Ooh, hello. Cleanest answer. I'll have an Outland Ranger any day. Thank you very much. Let's get these Mantas out. So I'm flooding a bit now just because I want to dodge removal, make sure my Mantas can collect. I'm in a position to try collect at this point, unless this gets soul drained, and then I'm just double collecting, which is fine. And just going to be a scoop there from our opponent. Did pretty well. This was going to be the final game, but because it was so quick, let's get into one more. Alright guys, the proper last game now. Regardless of what happens, this is the final game. Campfire and the Disciple and the Explorer. We're being spoiled. We are being spoiled. Feels good. And it's going to be a lake from our opponent. Let's take a lake of our own. Take the Outland Ranger down and we can pass there. Then we can go Lake, Disciple, Explore, Move, Campfire. And we get all the power-ups on this Disciple here. It's going to be Blue Jump. Okay. That's fine. Get some Mantas as well. Back us up. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, we don't actually need the campfire just yet. I think we can wait. Yeah, well, we'll just wait for now. Just to talk about the Colossus as well, it's very important that you get a desert in a way that it could desert here generally to match your opponent's lands, so you can go in and use the dash ability to get into an aggressive position. That's going to be something you're going to want to consider. So my desert's going to come down here. I'm going to take another disciple. I'm going to campfire this disciple here. I'm actually not going to bother collecting. I'd rather my opponent have to have a mobility trick here to kill the disciple, because next turn I can just go double Manta and really start powering up these guys. Now Frogify, kind of sad, but there's only 3 Frogifies in the deck usually, and I have 6 win conditions. The 3 disciples, the 3 Colossus as well. That's just fine. Alright. Another Colossus. Gonna take a desert here. Manta. Really pushing these disciples out. Flooding the board, much like my opponent. No AoE removal, unless double famine is a thing to kill the fish. But both of us don't have any AoE, so we're both free to just flood as much as we want. It's going to be a Frogify, as expected. Not too upset about that. It does get to clear my Manta, unfortunately. But yeah, that's fine. To another Triton. So Soul Drain, definitely the card we want to see off the top here. Do you find Battletoads? It's not too bad. Let's take a draw. Training. Huh. So training does let us kill this. And I think that's fine. I don't mind these trading because I have double Colossus in hand. So let's do that. I'm going to Colossus here. This forces my opponent to build another land. My opponent has to build a land here if he wants the warrior to finish this off. And then I have the 7/7 just lurking. Massive threat here, going to control the right side for me. And then I can follow up with the second Colossus on the next turn. Really apply that pressure. Make sure that right side belongs to me. And also, another thing to consider as well, my opponent has to build land to kill this as well. So it could go like neutral, neutral, trade, trade, but then 7 Faeria to do what? You know, this Colossus will be roaming the right side. I'm going to back it up with another Colossus next turn. I'm just curious to see what answers my opponent has here. Just thinking about it, that's a good sign for me. It's either a complicated way to remove everything, or there's not many options and my opponent has to reconsider. It takes a lake defensively. Doesn't take out my 7/2. That could be a mistake. Fugoro, it's coming down now. Trick? Maybe trick my Manta? Possibly. Fugoro's gonna die at the hands of my disciple. So deciding on for the second Colossus, I might just go for double event here. Oh, that's excellent. Excellent. Okay. Double event is really strong. Let's see if we can get a cheap event. Spellwell. Now I could potentially follow up with another Colossus anyway. Can we go for the Soul Drain here? Move. Fly up, finish this off. And then Colossus in the back. We don't want this to die, so let's just leave that here. Goes to the Emperor's Command, does finish off my disciple. Unfortunate, but we have creations. This is the dirty stuff. This is where things start to get really out of hand. Get these creations down. This looks very similar to my my jump build I've been playing. Although, to be fair, I have played against Neck Force a few times in my jump build. This is annoying. Take a draw. Double soul drain. Yep, that's fine. So we get to clear this. Clear this as well. Move this up. Yeah, I think we just chill for now. Go for creation next to. Try and get an aggressive desert somewhere. And we just dash another Colossus up. Just the march of the Colossus right now. Is that a Dream Reaver? Ooh, this is my deck. I completely forgot about my own Dream Reaver. That's kind of embarrassing. Right. So Ninja Toad could be an issue here. I do have the training. Campfire. Oh, I'm 1 damage off. Wait, no I'm not. I think I'm fine. I can creation, so how much is this all together? I got to collect 1, I'm going to be at 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Exactly the amount I need. Whew. Right, have I mathed this wrong? Please say I haven't mathed this wrong. Oh, I don't have enough lakes! Ah, no. So I didn't map it wrong, but I still made a mistake. Ah, oh, damn it. There we go. Let's play around the enchantment. I needed another lake. I didn't look at my land costs. Such a rookie error from me. My opponent doesn't have enough Faeria to finish me here. Oh no, no, doesn't have enough Faeria, unfortunately. Shadow Silk Fairy. Spell Will, okay. That's interesting. Picking up Aurora. Now this might seem a bit strange, but this at 1 life is actually kind of annoying for me. So I'm going to trade here because I value the life of my creatures more. I'm gonna go for Battletoads. I started to panic after that Dream Reaver. Oh man. Not sure if my opponent can finish me. If this is my build. Oh, I did give the. Oh, I'm gonna back out. Okay. There's no healing, so I'm just on 3 life for now. Maybe I should have built more lakes and gone for a Dream Reaver heal. Okay. That's fine. I'm still in this, guys. Alright, we're just gonna finish things off then. Let's move all these around. Ah, see, I really would like to play another Colossus at this point. But I don't think I can. I need to... I can't have an Aurora here because of Emperor's Command. So we're just gonna... We're gonna go for a cheeky aggro Aurora. Which may seem a little odd. But just believe. We can creation Aurora into Aurora. That is the dream. I think I've got this. I can't see The only out I see is double Emperor's Command Ninja Toad. Could +1 Dream Reaver heal self, but that's not going to be enough. I only run one Dream Reaver in my build. But yeah, that's going to be lethal. Well played. Oh, that was close. I made a big error as well. Yeah, well played, my friend. We gotta go into creation from the spell wheel and go for the lethal there. Woo! That was a close one. Oh my goodness. Cannot believe it. Sweet. Wow, that was a game. That was a game. You know, it's interesting because at the point of recording this video, I haven't released my Blue Jump episode yet. So, but I have played against Neckforce quite a lot, so maybe Neckforce has played against me enough to kind of get an idea of what the deck's like, or just built an own version about it. Maybe we had the same idea, that's also possible as well. But good game, nice to play against a deck that I've been working on personally as well. Fantastic match. And that concludes this episode of Become a God featuring Teddy's Blue-Yellow Event Control. Love this deck, it's so much fun. I'm a big fan of it. I just want to play it more actually. I might even like it more than my Blue Jump build, which is really sad because I'm a big Blue Jump fan. But it's funny because Teddy's also a big Blue Jump fan, so maybe we're quite similar players in that respect. Who knows? I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. Be sure to check out the Blue Jump episode. If you'd like to see a deck very similar to the last game I played in this episode, and also check out my card review for the Fall of Everlife. You can see how I feel about the cards and maybe can give you some ideas of what deck to build next. So until next time guys, take care and enjoy Teddy's Blue-Yellow Event Control.